it's a trap. You walked right into the hate. All over a new king that's face is just replaced. It's all the same, you still be ruled by force. And no matter who it is, they'll still carry on the torch. Just a lie, cheat, steal, half of what you make. Taxation is theft, it's time to vacate the state. Newsflash, all your cash is an IOU. From killers who really do steal from you. Inflation is a weapon used by every nation who says that they're saving the world through lies. If they disguise and pass off as bravery, well, I got news, debt is slavery. It don't matter who's madder, a new master don't matter. When they both want the same, the state don't play no games. They got you trying to survive and put you on sides and ready to kill each other. That's conquer and divide. It's all for show, or for hyper control.
That's a sweltering fucking podcast studio, boy.
And we're back with another episode of Bones and Tubs, here with you on this balmy June day.
God damn, it's hot in here.
I even let that little fucking that little thing. That thing's a bunch of bullshit. I don't know what that's meant for.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's for old people.
Like, yeah.
I think it's cold.
It's like for old people that never turn their AC on.
Yeah.
So now they have an excuse to really not turn it on because they just sit it next to their chair and fucking turn it on. They're like, it feels like air conditioning in here.
My nipples are hard now. Now, I listened to the last episode as I edited it, and I could feel the heat through the fucking headphones. Now I'm living in it.
I have to tell you, I was like, I don't know if you could hear it through it, but I was melting the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking straight melting.
I feel like the only way to do that, I mean, it could just be because of my current situation and all I want to do is drink, but I feel like a drink would really help that.
Well, I'll tell you, here's the thing. It's actually bet nicer today than it was last time, because I'll let you in on something. So last week, I turned on that little AC, right? But my dumbass didn't close the door all the way.
Oh, no.
So the ambient temperature inside this room was the same as the garage.
Oh, no.
Which the garage was about 90, probably about 96 degrees.
Yeah.
So,
I need to just dig a giant hole in the floor.
Yeah, go subterranean with this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But
cave cast.
Yeah, but it was fucking terrible last week. It's actually better this week. Like, I just have a slight dampness going on now. Man, probably more by the end of the show.
I feel moist all over.
Like, we were already fucking, me and the doctor were fucking dying before we even started the show. Like, we lit up our cigars and we're like, God damn.
Playing fucking dominoes like you're sitting in Cuba.
Yeah.
I laughed my ass off. I forget. There was twice. I only remember once, though, listening to it when you said, Beto the Pedo. Or maybe he said that. I'd never heard that before, and I Googled it, and it's fucking...
Is it a thing?
Absolutely.
That's great. I think that was the doctor who said that.
Fucking Beto O'Rourke.
Speaking of pedos, I would say that would be like we got multiple topics to talk about today.
Before we get that, though, I want to shout out Mario Zagaceta.
Okay.
Zagaceta. Mario Zagaceta.
Zagaceta.
Sorry, Mario. I'm fucking retarded.
Zagaceta.
But thank you for your Patreon support. Yeah. $20. I tried to reach out to you on Patreon to get your shirt size and to make sure that your mailing address was correct. I did not receive a response. If you would kindly let us know, I'll get that in the mail for you.
Yeah.
And if you want one I've already worn, let me know, and I'll give you one I've already worn.
Yeah, speaking of that Patreon donation, that's a prompt for all of you to go over there.
Get us a goddamn air conditioner.
Yeah, we're just buying air conditioner with that money.
Sure, it's balmy in this motherfucker. It'd be funny if we got up to our walk away from our bullshit job money, and every one of the patrons was like, you guys can have this, but you can't buy an air conditioner.
You cannot buy an air conditioner.
You have to stay in that studio, and I need more than one episode a week.
We need to listen to you suffer. And then in the wintertime, they'll make us put like 6 space heaters in here so it stays hot all year round.
All the time. Yeah. And that's fine. I'll suffer for you.
And humidifiers, too, because you can't forget the humidity.
No, it's fucking really important.
But yeah, so...
Back to pedophiles.
I don't want to touch on the Q aspects of all this because I'm done with Q.
God damn, I got into it with them last night on Instagram. I don't know if you saw that.
I can't anymore. They're like, to me, that's like fucking role-playing. It's like an RPG going on with that shit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I guess for all the insanity that they fucking espouse, there is a grain of fucking something in there because...
Well, it's the best part of a military psyop is they'll give you just enough truth to help the antifreeze go down, you know? Just enough sweetness.
But if you didn't know, which a lot of you probably already will because if you're fans of the show, you know already how we feel about this shit.
You also probably keep your finger on the pulse of things, such as Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein the founder and owner of Epstein Island.
Yeah, pedophile. Was
arrested.
They were even talking about going after the Justice Department for his previous conviction where he got no jail time.
Yeah, what's his face? One of Trump's dudes.
Yeah.
Gave him fucking leniency on the last case.
I got into it last night on Robot Interior's Instagram. She had a double live show going on, talking to some other dude about how awesome Trump is and how awesome Q is, and I was just like, why did Trump hang out with this dude? They were best friends for like 15 years.
Yeah.
When they leaked his private address book, he had 4 addresses and 3 phone numbers for just Trump. And then he had like his wife's phone number and a few of his staff members. Like, they were tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Trump was even quoted as saying, he likes women just like I do on the young side. Like, god damn, dude.
Like, and you know what? Like, you know what's crazy is supposedly, so what I've heard so far, when they broke his fucking door down, right?
Yeah.
Over subpoenas. Apparently, I was watching a video about this earlier. It was on PBS, so mainstream. But, I mean, I'm surprised the mainstream is actually covering this shit. Mm-hmm. But they broke down his fucking doors, and they found, like, cache of fucking, like, CDs and fucking videos and shit on CD. And they're, like, even labeled, like, crazy shit, like, names, name plus name, whatever. Like this dude's is fuck. Like, they found the fucking treasure trove of fucking pedo shit.
I just hope they all go down.
And well, that's the hope, right? The hope is that this motherfucker is gonna try to weasel his way out of it, and he's gonna start squealing. But unfortunately, if you into conspiracy like I am, I know for a fact what the next step is, and that's he's going to kill himself.
For sure. I posted that on Instagram, a quote from Bill Clinton saying that he was mortified to hear of his late friend Jeffrey Epstein's suicide.
Which that's something to say also with that whole thing, Trump being friends with him. The Clintons are big friends with them too. Like, this isn't something...
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about Trump because I don't like him or dislike him. But
wasn't his plane, Jeffrey Epstein's plane, wasn't it called the Lolita Express?
Yes.
Okay.
Either that or the ship he ferreted people around on.
Okay, it was a transport.
Yeah.
And if anybody doesn't know, that I assume the Lolita reference is to a story about an older man who falls head over heels for a very young woman.
Yeah.
I'm talking like a teenager.
Right. I mean, that's fine.
So that gives you any idea of what this dude's been up to.
He's a piece of shit.
I hope he starts naming names, though.
I hope they all go down. You know?
I think it made me happy. But chances are he's either going to die or they're going to gag him and be like, listen, we'll burn everything that you love if you fucking name a name.
Yeah.
But, just fucking go do your fucking term in prison and shut the fuck up. You'll get taken care of. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's how I wish when El Chapo was on trial, I was hoping that he was going to fucking start singing like a bird. And talk about all the U.S. politicians that he had on his payroll.
I read something the other day that he did, but I haven't heard anything more about it, other than just people saying he has.
Well, see, that's only still speculation. We don't know. We'd have to hear it from the horse's mouth to know who was on his payroll.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen now.
No.
Unless he wants... I mean, they've tucked him away. He ain't going to see fucking light of day for the rest of his life.
I wonder where he's at. Probably Club Fed.
Some Club Fed, or he's probably in that fucking facility out in Colorado where, basically, I would love to step inside that facility just for, a week.
Yeah. And
do interviews because it is full of fucking...
Isn't that where...
that's where Ted is. Ted Kaczynski's at.
Theodore.
A bunch of fucking terrorists.
I want to write him.
Foreign and domestic.
I keep forgetting. He's going to be dead before I remember to write him a letter.
But there's a lot of high-profile people at that prison.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a supermax.
Hope everybody out there can hear the heat.
They hear it radiating off the microphone.
Powerful heat.
El Chapo, I think, is heading to that place, or he's somewhere like that. He's just been chucked away, but eventually down the road, the way they've been fucking with him, they took all his money and shit. I saw the other day, they took fucking $12 billion from the dude.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That being said, I don't even know.
The United States government pretty much told him, listen, bitch, we're the only ones that can bring drugs in here. You're not allowed.
Yeah.
This is our money.
On a sidebar real quick, you know what I saw the other day?
What's that?
That fucking killed me. Though both parties are the party of big government, there's no lie there.
No lie detected.
No. One just being... Here's the thing is, one is more about corporate government.
Yeah.
Come in.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
What's that?
I think I'm going to call that.
Yeah, man, because that's...
Probably going to leave all that in there, just so they can hear the suffering.
Yeah, right.
What do you think the chances are of Tobin's coming back in here with like a giant leaf and fanning us both?
That'd be awesome, like a palm frond.
Yeah, and maybe your son could feed us frozen grapes.
Ooh, man.
You ever had frozen grapes?
No.
Listen, man. Anybody out there that's got grapes in their refrigerator right now, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go put some of those motherfuckers in the freezer and then put them in your butt. I mean, eat them because they're really good.
But nah, so what were we talking about before she came in?
El Chapo, and then Epstein's a pedophile who's got intimate ties with the current president and former presidents who, with the Clinton Foundation, were found. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sidebarring, I remember now, because I saw something. It was Democratic candidate Kamala Harris's proposed budget for all the things she wants to do.
Fake-ass African.
She, all the things she wants to do, they tallied up how much it would cost to do all of it.
Yeah.
And we're talking about healthcare, college, reparations for black and gay people.
Man. I'm so glad that I've been identifying as a homosexual African American for the last, 33 years.
Yeah. Housing, like she wants to close the housing gap apparently between whites and African Americans. And $100 trillion. I don't even think we have that much money yet.
That's so silly. I don't even know anymore.
$100 trillion.
We literally have entered clown world. This is all absolute clown shoes.
I think we talked about it on the last show.
Yeah.
It's clown world now.
For sure.
It stopped being like a real world a long time ago.
Oh, man. I got into some deep woo-woo shit last night that we'll touch on.
Yeah.
With this whole earthquake thing.
Oh, the earthquake thing. Yeah. I think you talked about the Ormus.
Oh, no, I didn't delve deeper into that yet.
I looked into some Ormus stuff.
Yeah. I talked to, who was it we were talking to on Instagram about that? Benetron Prime. Shout out Benetron Prime.
Benetron Prime.
I told him, I know that I know of Ormus because we've talked about it, I'm sure, privately or one of the rabbit holes I've gone down, but due to the amount of alcohol and, it's all just foggy.
Yeah. Now, from what I gathered from it, it used to be more prevalent, more available. Mm-hmm. And, in the ancient world, and we're talking about Ormus.
Yeah.
But apparently, most of it's extracted from, the ocean and stuff now. Mm-hmm. And it's I guess you take monoatomic gold and Ormus, and they extract them from different sources.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, so, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I'd have to try it for myself to know anything, but they say you start taking it, and it, supposedly opens up your third eye.
I'd heard a lot, too, about monoatomic gold being on fleek, as they say on the streets.
But apparently it opens your third eye, and let's see, I pulled from one website things that it could do. It increases psychic, telepathic, empathetic, clairvoyant abilities.
Yeah.
It raises your vibration, less susceptible to lower vibrational thoughts such as worry, grief, fear, jealousy, and lack.
Check this out. Correct DNA structures. Orme is the only element that can correct genetic makeup of the human body.
So maybe there is something to it.
Eat your heart out, Down syndrome.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I wanted to be cheeky.
Okay, you be cheeky.
I've had to be quiet for the last 2 weeks.
That's true. So you got a lot of pent up aggression going on. I get it. Apparently, this shit's been around for, like I said, forever. You had the Egyptians apparently making it, and King Solomon, and apparently Jesus was in on that shit too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how much I want to believe of this or not.
I would like to try it. If I had some, I'd put it in my mouth or wherever I'm supposed to put it.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be a good time if it does the things it says it's going to do.
It's also, historically, people think that the Philosopher's Stone was referenced as Ormus.
Oh, see, I always thought the Philosopher's Stone was more like, it was kind of like the Emerald Tablet, right?
Yeah.
Where it wasn't like something, it was a symbol of something else much more important.
Right. I just read about it from they compared it to the anti-aging effects, the sharper mentality, like the whole DNA correcting thing. It could be perceived as a Philosopher's Stone of sorts.
See, I think the Philosopher's Stone is like I said, to me, it's like the Emerald Tablet. It's not exactly what it's supposed to be prescribed to be. It's something symbolic of something else. And what I think it is I think it's the means to avoid the Gnostic death trap.
Yeah, hopefully get you out.
Because it talks about you become immortal, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the fear is that when you get caught in the death trap, they fucking wipe your shit clean so you don't even remember anything anymore.
Right.
You're not even you anymore, and then they send you back into the fucking fold. That's the way I look at it anyways.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Emerald Tablet. The Emerald Tablet being, like, you want to think of, like, giant tablets like what Moses has, but it's actually, the original annotation is that all the wisdom of the world could be written upon on an emerald.
Mm-hmm.
So it's simple. Super simple. Now, this Ormus, though, if you want to go down that route with it being possibly the Philosopher's Stone, I mean, it makes sense. Apparently it made fucking pharaohs live a long time, according to this one source I looked at. And like I said, it opened the third eye. Increases manifesting potential.
Ooh.
Yeah. Helps to induce the theta brain state.
Okay. Balances
left and right brain hemispheres. Relaxes nervous system. Increases brain capacity. Elevation of subconscious patterns of behavior and thought. Increase spiritual and physical awareness. That's what I got from it.
I like it.
That was Ormus.
I would try it. I looked up monatomic gold one time. It is not cheap.
Oh, I bet.
If you want us to try monatomic gold, head on over to patreon.com/bones and tubs.
Send it to us.
We'll put it inside us.
Yeah. We're your guinea pigs, so yeah, that's the way it works. No, but I think what we really wanted to talk about today was the earthquakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because last week, there was 2 large earthquakes in kind of an area east of Los Angeles. Well, northeast of Los Angeles, closer to Nevada, right?
Yeah.
Before those 2, there was a 6.4 and a 7.1. Before those 2 hit, there was a big fucking, for a week straight, give or take, there was just tiny ones speckled all along that area there that started it. And then fucking we get the 6.4 and then not even 12 hours later, a 7.1.
Which is also not normal. Normally the big one happens and then a smaller reverberation happens.
Yeah.
If you're talking about a natural earthquake.
Yeah, a natural earthquake.
Just to keep it in the woo-woo real quick, before we get too far from Ormus. You know what that is?
No, what is that?
It's called a shivling. Everybody should Google image search shivling. I found out about it on a John X Army video last night. He was talking about, he's been doing research into Shiva, which I think is interesting.
Goddess of death, right?
Apparently only Westerners believe that Shiva is a deity. Eastern philosophy believes that it's just an energy or a knowledge that you can tap into.
Okay, so yeah, that's one thing. I think I talked to the doctor about this one time off the air because he took this big world religions class and he talked about how most of the world religions, like even if there's multiple quote unquote deities, they don't actually represent like different deities. In reality, they're monotheistic. Like they understand there is just one thing.
Yeah.
And what they're worshiping is aspects of that thing.
Yeah.
So like, and I've heard that argument before with like the Greek gods and the Roman gods too. That it wasn't really multiple like gods. It was one god.
Yeah.
But it was multiple aspects of the same
just
god.
Different personality traits or sorts.
So, not quite polytheistic.
He said, he was talking about some guy who's like the most supposedly woke, I don't know, like some type of guru, Indian guru. And he discovered the most powerful chant that he's been going around teaching people. And there's like an old Indian story tied with it. Where you would say, it's like Shiva Namata or something like that. And the story goes, there's 3 yogis and they're hanging out in the tent. And 2 of them, let's see, one of them looks out and sees a crowd of people doing the Shiva Namyata or whatever it is, where they just keep chanting it over and over again. He's like, look at these idiots. Yeah. Chanting this shit over and over again. The other 2 look at him and they're like, that's the most powerful thing you can say. It's the most powerful sound you can make with your mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, go over there, say it to that earthworm. There's an earthworm crawling on the ground. And he walks over into it, looks at it, Shiva Namyata, and it dies. And he freaks out. He's like, they don't like killing things.
Yeah.
They'll roll across the ground and try to avoid stepping on stuff. But they're like, see, it's the most powerful. He's like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, now go do it to that butterfly. He's like, no, I don't want to kill the butterfly. Just kill the worm. He's like, do it. So then he goes over, Shiva Namyata. The butterfly dies. And he's like, I got to stop this. Like, I can't keep killing these things. So then he says, a lady comes into the temple and she's like crying. She's like, please bless my baby. They look at him and he's like, I ain't fucking doing it. And he's like, I don't care what you make me do. I'm not fucking saying it to this baby. I'm not killing this baby. And the baby looks at him and he's like, first I was a worm, And then you released me. I wasn't happy. Then I was a butterfly. Still wasn't happy. Now I'm a baby. Say it again so I can be with the deities.
Jesus Christ.
I know. But anyway, so that was that story. But this thing, the shivling, he thinks is like a misappropriated ancient tech. You know, like stories in the Bible where they had that thing that they held that tore down the wall?
Yeah, or like the Ark of the Covenant and shit like that.
Yeah, these like Indians or whatever they are now, they pour milk on it to worship Shiva. Now that's what they do. But he's like, I think it has something to do with harmonic frequency, and it's misused ancient tech.
It's possible. I mean, kind of reminds me of like, you ever watch like post-apocalyptic movies and they all like have like a name for something, and it's like actually like, I'm trying to think of an example, but my brain is just fried right now.
Yeah, literally, because it's hot.
It's like like it's part of a word. It's not the whole word. Right.
Yeah.
So they only they call it that, and it's like it gives it power. Like that's the same thing. Like you don't know how powerful that could possibly be.
It'd be funny if you just had to like rub some metal on it and some dumb motherfuckers like pour milk on it.
Yeah, just pour milk on it.
That's what we always do.
Yeah,
we've always done.
It works.
My dad taught me.
You tried not pouring milk on it.
I was born into this life.
Like, do you think there's like fucking like fucking multi-dimensional beings like sitting there just scratching their fucking heads like, God fucking damn it, figure this shit out.
Stupid monkeys.
It's not that fucking hard. God damn it, we made them too stupid.
But he brought all this up because there's a military base on or near right where this first earthquake happened. Right? And Google Maps, if you look at it, it looks like an aerial shot of a shivling. He thinks it's a harmonic weapon. And then you tie it into all these other videos. I don't know if you've seen any of the ones of the honeybees and the bumblebees dying.
Yeah, actually I wanted to talk about that too, yeah.
Because they are solely pretty much involved in the world of frequency.
So apparently what I got when I watched that one video is that the scientists can't explain why the bees did this. Like, there's no explanation for it. Like, the earthquake happens, and then all of a sudden, like, you could look up the videos. There's just thousands of bees on the ground, like, fucking twitching out and fucking seizing.
Doing, like, break dances for bees until they die.
Until they die. So...
Sans the cardboard box.
The cardboard box.
Break dancing. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. Sorry. I lost me for a minute there.
I'm trailing off.
But nah, that, like, to me, that sounds and makes me think of, like, something bigger than just an earthquake. That's like harmonic. That's like, and he talked about how the only time they would do something like that if there was some sort of gravitational problem or electromagnetic problem with like the poles.
Yeah.
Like if something interfered with our polarity or just in that general area interfered with it, it would mess up the bee's abilities to fucking hone in and fly. That being said, that says harmonic to me.
Yeah. Harp.
Yeah.
Some sort of a harp weapon. There have been a lot of weird shadow games going on. Like, I sent you that news story earlier. I'm not sure what day the earthquake thing happened, but the 1st, I think, of July, that sub went down.
Yeah.
They had, like, everybody hushed the fuck up. Nobody wanted to talk, but Putin cleared his schedule. The First Lady got flown out of Washington. Pence canceled his schedule. Trump canceled his schedule, and everybody went into meetings.
Yeah, I've heard rumors about this subcrew. Supposedly, the biggest rumor I've heard is somehow, some way they diverted some sort of catastrophe.
And that could mean anything. They could be like they got caught doing some fuck shit and they got killed, so now we have to paint them as heroes out doing some sort of research expedition.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we were really close to some type of world war. But this nuclear submarine went down due to some fire, and Moscow Times says that the 14 Russian sailors killed in last week's nuclear submarine fire may have prevented a planetary catastrophe, a high-ranking officer had reportedly said at their funeral ceremony this weekend. So, I don't know. I'm not saying they're related, but I am also saying they are related.
Well, then there's also the X-37 space plane.
Oh, yeah, the autonomous AI-driven mini shuttle that floats around in the atmosphere for 500 operating days with no need to refuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably following the Black Knight satellite.
Yeah, and not to play into predictive programming, but so I went to the drive-in last night and watched Spider-Man Far From Home. And I don't want to give anything away about the movie, but basically what it breaks down to is that, like, there's fucking satellites full of, like, killbot drones that can be deployed to basically anywhere and kill people.
That's fine.
At a will.
That'd be okay.
That's what they're dealing with in that movie. That and holographic projection.
Oh, yeah. Project Bluebeam.
Yeah. So, Just felt like a lot of stuff, like...
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, like to like mimic catastrophe.
Well, they had a fucking report came out like 2 months ago that I was reading just the other day, where they had proof that like it was some retarded amount, 89% of the movies in the last like 8 to 10 years have been some way, shape, or form crafted by the Pentagon. Either the names of the movies, certain messages in the movies, or whatever. But they're getting like tax write-offs for these companies or these people in order to put these ideas into movies. So I don't think when you see things like that all crop up into one movie, I don't think it's organic.
No.
And they're clearly getting us ready for some type of an alien
listen,
disclosure, or they're going to do blue beam shit.
There's some fucking... I don't know what the fuck they're gearing up towards with that shit, but... Believe you me, I am totally on board with this shit. I've been hearing about some sort of what I see. What it breaks down to is it seems like I keep hearing over and over again is a revelation about extraterrestrial life.
What if that's the reason why they're going through all this, like routing out of all these child rapists? They're like, listen, we got to get these motherfuckers out of here. The last time there was this much child fucking going on, they fucking burned us down. Sodom and Gomorrah style.
It feels like they're programming us for a revelation about intelligent life. Supposedly there was a Tucker Carlson interview.
Oh yeah. Where'd that end up?
With Trump. Well, yeah, they did it, but there was no mention of what they supposedly were supposed to be talking about.
I didn't know if that was 4chan fuckery or what that was.
And they might have cut it out for all we know.
That was crazy.
Because apparently during the interview, like Trump, one said, yes, I believe there's extraterrestrials. And also, I don't know why they don't make contact with us. And third thing was, I could bet they're probably going to make contact with us here in the future. Which, I think I mentioned it on the last show. We talked about that a little bit. Maybe I'm remembering conversations outside of the show. But I was talking to somebody about it. Either you guys or
The Wall.
Someone else. Yeah. About how they were talking about... we were talking about the... guy who supposedly came from the future. And he mentioned that in our near future, like right around the corner, we were going to find out that aliens were real.
Yeah. Man.
So...
I don't know if I believe it. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't believe they're real, but I feel like they had that declassified government program, Project Bluebeam. That's been declassified since the 90s.
Yeah.
The whole stated purpose of that was to project a three-dimensional image of either aliens or the country's deity and then in the sky, and then blast their brains with sound waves to make them lay their guns down as we fucking slaughtered them.
Yeah.
So if the aliens come and they're like, hey, they're either a threat and we have to join together in the world government, that's probably bullshit. Or if they're like, aliens are like, hey, we're coming to get you and take you with us, but you have to lay down your arms first because we don't want to take a warring tribe with us.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You to take. No, that's just where my head goes. I don't trust it.
No, not at all. There's something to be said, though.
Mm-hmm.
Something going on.
It is known.
It is known. Man. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. It was off the air because I was asking them, I was postulating the question as to what collectively as a race would we do if we found out we weren't the only ones. Like, really found out we weren't the only ones. And that we were just one player in a multitude. Like,
yeah.
What do you, like, I was trying to postulate the question to somebody. I was like, what do you think it would do to people?
I think it would destroy a lot of systems that they have, control systems in place.
Well, yeah, definitely, because, like, think about it. Like, what is the triviality of a fucking border when...
Well, that's what they said. What was it, Reagan or Nixon? They were like, the only way to get world government off the ground is to have an existential threat. To realize we're not alone. Yeah. Because then the borders disappear.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like collectively that's what it would end up happening. I'm not saying I want that to happen, but unfortunately, I think that's what would happen.
Yeah.
Everything. All the fucking... A lot of the trappings and a lot of the worst... I can't say 100% it'd be all bad because you think about it. All the fucking, like, shitty aspects of culture and society would drop away, too.
Yeah.
Like, fucking... Like, think about racism.
Right.
Right? Whether it be individual or systemic or institutional racism.
Now we can be racist against other creatures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we won't have...
We can all be racist together.
Like, does it really fucking matter if that dude has more melanin than you at this point? Yeah. When you find out there's cocksuckers in fucking space?
Yeah. Look at Donnie Two Dicks over there, you know?
Fuck him.
And then you got a bunch of white women going... I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Speaking of that,
oh my god,
it made me think of that meme I saw earlier where they're like, they made, so I guess they made Ariel, the mermaid, black.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And people are like, I'm glad that people count on to the bullshit, because they're like, what fuckery are they trying to get off the ground?
Yeah. Did you see that
by
the one
doing
I sent
that?
out in the group chat?
I think it did.
Yeah, little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Black Ariel causes mass online hysteria. Me. And there's just a little girl smiling, and it says, knowing the government is probably up to some extra spicy bullshit.
For real.
I have, like, the memes that come out of it, though. Like, my favorite one was, what was her dad's name? Was it Poseidon? Ariel?
Triton.
King
Triton.
It was, Snakes on a Plane, dude.
Samuel L. Jackson.
He's like, under the motherfucking sea! And then it just goes through. And then, El Presidente sent me one, I think, the other day that was, it was a bunch of them about old movies that we would reappropriate. It had Air Bud. And it was a black lab with a black kid, and that one sent me all the way over the edge.
I'll tell you what, if there's one group of people, like, I'm not member of this group, if there's one subgroup of white people that should be the most pissed, it should be gingers.
For sure.
Like, I saw this, like, meme that had, like, 10 different fucking characters from, like, TV, comic books, and whatnot.
They'd all been replaced.
All been replaced by black people.
Yeah, that's
and
funny.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Is there, like, some sort of fucking vendetta against fucking gingers at this point?
Everybody hates gingers, apparently.
I mean, honestly, I don't really give a fuck. It's not like I was going to go see the movie anyways.
No. I don't think anybody gives a fuck.
It's the same reason, like, I've been trying to explain to people who are all pissed off about the fucking Betty Ross fucking Nike shoes shit again. And I was trying to explain to them, I was like, you realize, because you're giving them your fucking hate. I was like, you're giving them part of you.
Infamy is the same as fame.
And that's what I told them.
You're giving them energy, bitch.
I was like, they're hip to the game now, because guess what? Their stock rose. It didn't go down, bitch.
No.
You burn your shit. Did not make it go down.
That's why they hired that motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Because they figured it out. They saw the prime example. And I believe the prime example is fucking Donnie Trump.
Mm-hmm. Donald.
Showed us the world. It doesn't matter. Love or hate. It's all energy. Yeah. And you can either fucking thrive on it or let yourself get killed by it.
You're getting paid either way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we ought to do. I dress up like Nazis and like roam around, say some flippant shit, and then we'll start getting more and more attention.
Like get extra spicy on the show?
Extra spicy.
Yeah. You know, I'm a student of fucking... I believe in the shit that I spout, though. So.
I would say that nobody wants to buy lukewarm bathwater, but what's her name just proved that wrong.
Oh my god.
What's her name? Belle Delphine.
Belle Delphine. Sona. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This bitch.
If you had to put it on a percentage, how much a percentage of 100%? What do you think the percentage is of people that drank that bathwater?
Oh, dude, I saw a video of someone fucking boiling hot dogs with it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
That's why the aliens won't talk to us.
Yeah. Any of you out there don't know what the fuck we're talking about. There's a internet, what do you call her? Thought?
E-thought? E-girl.
E-girl.
Or E-thought, whatever you want.
She actually calls herself a thought. E-thought. So I think it's an okay term to use for it.
For all you Caucasian people out there that don't know what thought means, it's spelled T-H-O-T, and it stands for that hoe over there.
Yeah. So she's a self-proposed thought.
And that's fine.
And
I'm not a slut-shamer.
Like, you should go... I'm not trying to give her free advertising.
No, she earned it, though. She sold a fucking bathtub full of water.
Fucking bitch.
How much was she selling? Like, what was...
$30 a jar.
How much...
They're talking a baby jar.
Jesus wept.
Yeah, a baby... Okay, so this...
I'm just mad I can't sell bathwater.
This E-thought, you go check out her Instagram, belle.delphine.
Yeah. Make her, or watch her do that face that she does. I can never remember the name of.
The other thing I ask, I'm not trying to give her free advertising. Please don't go to her Patreon.
Yeah,
don't give her any goddamn
If you're going to give
money.
anybody Patreon money, please look out for your boys.
Like, someone said someone should have poisoned that fucking water and it would have taken care of the incel problem.
No shit.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So this bitch takes a bath.
Bathtub.
And then takes the bath water. Like, normally we would drain that shit.
Nope.
Right?
She bottled it up.
She bottled it.
Sold it.
And sold it for $30 a jar. I mean, here's the thing. Can I really be mad?
I can, because I can't do it myself.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I can't go in there and take a nice, cool bath after the show because I'm sweating so bad.
Yeah.
And then know, like, hey, I'm going to be able to pay my mortgage for the next year by selling my bath water.
There's probably a whole subset of truckers out there that will buy our bath water. If you guys are truckers and you want to buy our bath water, send us an email at bonesandtubs@gmail.com.
Let us know. We will sell our fucking bath water.
I might just Next time you see me, I'm just completely waterlogged. Be like, I got a lot of orders.
Oh my god. I guess that's just a thing. I'll never understand shit like that. It's the same thing with like buying used underwear and shit. Like,
oh man, that one chick that was on Joe Rogan, she's killing it with that shit, making 6 figures.
I threw up in my mouth the other day when I saw something like that. This bitch was selling her jeans online that she wore for 2 months, and she free bled in them.
Oh my god.
For 2 months and never washed them.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering why the aliens don't talk to us, you don't need to look any further.
I feel like if I would have like met her in person, like with the imagine like, oh god, you imagine like a hot day.
It smells like blood in here.
What the fuck is like not even blood? Like something died in here.
Yeah. Smells like somebody's been bleeding for almost a week and is still alive.
God damn! Like, and she was selling that shit, and somebody probably bought it.
Oh, you already know. You already know. I guarantee it.
Like, it's one of those things where like, I love capitalism, but at the same time, it keeps me surprised. You know what I mean?
What's that face that Belle Delphine makes before I blow my...
It's called the Ahegao.
Ahegao.
So anybody out there that doesn't know, it's this face, apparently it originated in Japanese manga. It's supposed to be the O face or the cum face of a woman.
Yeah.
And they stick their tongue out. And then they cross their eyes at the same time and they're like, drool.
Yeah.
And dudes love that fucking look.
Can confirm.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Is Belle Delphine a good-looking girl? Yeah.
I think she panders awful close to that pedophile market because she's got braces and shit.
Yeah, man. And she always dresses in those, like, little, like, anime girl outfits.
It's whatever, man. Live your best life. I can't talk shit. Like I said, I'm only upset because nobody wants to buy my bathwater.
But the problem is like, there is a problem with... I saw the other day, like, an article about that one kid that's transgender, and his parents were complaining about how like pedophiles are like stalking him and stuff, and it's like how did you not know that was gonna happen? Like, I get it, like, it sucks that your kid is being fucking chased by pedophiles, but at the same time, like, that's like getting pissed because like your kid got bit by a shark and you fucking strapped him up with a meat suit before you sent him off into the ocean. Right. Like, that's the thing at the end of the day I've always said about when it comes to fucking pedophiles and rapists, is like, I don't put them on the same level that they're human, that they can be reasoned with. No. Because they're fucking savages.
You know how fucking close we got? I feel like we're still dancing next to that. I feel like we got really close to it getting off the ground, and then we stomped it down. You and I, ourselves. I feel like we're super close to it.
Like, just the amount of savagery going on these days, like people licking ice cream.
Yeah.
I saw that. I know we're just hitting the hot topics, right?
Yep. It's too hot to do an actual topic. We just got to hit those spicy topics.
I saw that video of her licking that ice cream. I don't think she should go to prison for it, though.
Prison?
Like, she's looking at jail time, apparently.
For what?
Licking the fucking ice cream, dog.
What's the charge, though?
Oh, I don't even know what the charge is. All I know is that's excessive. But at the same fucking time, man, if I was in Walmart and I'm walking down the fucking ice cream aisle and I see some cocksucker open up a fucking thing of ice cream, take a big old lick, and then stick it back in there, we're fighting.
I'll tell you, go to any porn website and type in Walmart. And there's a lot of other stuff going on at Walmart that will disgust you thoroughly more than that will.
I watched one transgender individual pick up a bottle of Listerine.
Mm-hmm.
Drink it, swish it, and spit it back into the bottle and put it back on the shelf.
Stupid motherfuckers.
What the fuck?
I watched a video the other day of one, because I search the Walmart tags frequently, and she was going to a female, getting some clothes, take them into a changing room, changing, peeing in them, and then leaving.
Oh, man.
What the fuck's going on?
The levels, like, I guess it's clown world, man.
Nah, yeah, you're right. We already talked about it. It is clown world.
It just still, like, I think
we're just over here talking about the absurdity of the size of their shoes and their makeup.
Yeah. I think it's a matter of, like, you try to reset your brain.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, if you will, a normal individual, they go through the day and they see all the shit, then they go to sleep, and that sleep is your reset.
Yeah.
Your brain's trying to reset back to the fucking normality of it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you get up, and it's like, the further you get through the day, the more it's just more fucking clown world until you have to. It's like Groundhog Day in this motherfucker.
For sure.
I wake up thinking that people aren't going to fucking lick ice cream or fucking swish Listerine or fucking be fucking pedophiles on YouTube or pedophiles in person. Yeah. And everybody's going to be fucking civilized. But I am fucking proven gravely wrong every single day.
I can't find it now because my brain won't work right. But there's I think it was like Tennessee or Kentucky. I saw a story the other day about scientists attempting to merge our reality with the next reality that's like right next door. It was a mainstream article. I can't find it because I don't remember what it was called exactly. But my question is this. Why? Do you think all this fuckery that's going on, we're in clown world right now, probably has something to do with CERN?
I'm still waiting for, like, fucking Doc Brown to pull up in the fucking DeLorean and be like, Jesus fucking Christ, I fucked up.
Bones and Tubs, we need you.
Jesus!
We gotta get you to go back to the future.
We gotta go back.
I'm going. You turn around and I'm gone. I'm already in the car. I'm ready to go.
I don't even know where I have an idea where the timeline began to skew.
Yeah.
We broke off from the main story, and now we're just in our own fucking story arc Earth. Mm-hmm. I would wager. Now, I'm not putting this all on Donnie.
No.
But, because I'm not saying, because as far as I'm concerned, Donnie is like the proverbial butterfly in this butterfly effect.
Things became unreal for me at 9/11, 2001. That's when I feel like something broke.
So that's when you say we splintered.
When they lit the Pentagon on fire. I'm pretty sure that Faustian pentagram activated Clown World.
So that's when you think we splintered from Keystone Earth.
I think so.
So do you think Keystone Earth is still like jamming good? Like
no,
they're doing okay?
I think it's like the Mandela effect, where the only ones that survived are like the ones that question things. Mm-hmm. Everybody else died, and everybody that doesn't question that's left is from another reality.
Oh, okay.
You know?
So, yeah. I get you.
I don't know. That's just where my head goes at night.
Yeah.
When the lights are off.
Good place to go. But I think that about wraps it up for us.
That is the only time that I'm ready to agree with you and get out of here, because it is hot as fuck.
Hey, I tell you what, it doesn't have to be hot. We could always get an air conditioner, and the way we're going to do that is from listeners like you. Go on out there on Patreon.
Not a professional.
Start with $1. Then you won't hear us talk about the heat anymore. Or, if you want us to suffer, still give us $1. But make sure you stipulate we're not allowed to have air conditioning. We're the proverbial sufferers of your existence. For all you people who are into fucking S&M and Schadenfreude out there.
Yeah.
But check out Patreon.
Patreon.com/Bones and Tubs.
You want to check out our socials? Go over to Instagram.
Instagram.com/Bones and Tubs. I've been tearing it up on there.
Yeah. Twitter?
It's at Bones Tubs.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And if you want to give us a review and leave it on our email page.
Yes.
bonesandtubs@gmail.com. Screenshot that review, send it to us, give us your address, send you some free shit.
For sure. I also forgot to do the shout out at the beginning of the show, but we're going to do it at the end of every show for our new music.
Oh, yeah.
Blooded the Brave.
Oh, yeah, that shit's toy.
I decided that we're going to use Freedom, FREEDUMB, as the intro, and then Man Down as our outro.
Nice.
But we'll probably switch up the outros occasionally just to get more of his music out there. But check him out on all the socials. It is Blooded the Brave, all one word at Instagram. Pretty sure it's the same at Facebook. We'll have all the links to everything in the description of the YouTube video and on the podcatcher.
Yes. With that, I hope you guys have a good week. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope to see you next time.
We love you. Beep, beep, Richie.
We really do.
I ain't here to talk shop, I'm here to talk cops who crooked and corrupt, who need to be stopped, who aren't afraid to aim, squeeze and release round after round until they put them in sheets and say any and everywhere they're hitting it, well aware of what they're doing and no they don't care. Everything's illegal and nobody's free, we're all tapped to track. Yeah, you and me hardwired to tune, they watch in the back room with their cameras on Zoom laughing at me and you. Yeah, go ahead and think it ain't a police stick for real, cause the cops got tanks. I got hounds to call out, around to the used, but that ain't a problem until they used on you. I said one false move, you'll be up on the news in the morning and evening, footage of your family weeping. Man down, yeah they do what they want, and they rule by force and they're out on the hunt. Man down, they put another in the ground, I got tanks and troops headed to your town. Man down, it ain't a game, it's a shame. That's why I don't play, cause they run the game. Man down, yeah, they do what they want, and they rule by force and they're out on the hunt. They say that's the way it is, but it's sick cause the kids deserve more than to live in the world like this. I'm pissed, I'm phased in the rage, and hop from the flash and the bang grenades. I'm burning alive, cause I'm burning inside. I'm a man on fire, cause another man died. I'm appalled, let's just list them all. I'm sure I'll miss a few, and a few will applaud. They punch kids, shot kids, taste pregnant ladies, taking babies to land, and put cuffs on the hands of veterans. It choked a peacemaker, he broke up a fight, and then died a little later. They shot men in the back who went under attack, and were caught on film, and they lied about the facts. They protect each other, they're owning the throne, so don't be shocked at all when they're breaking your home. Man down, yeah, they do what they want, and they rule by force and they're out on the hunt. Man down, they put another in the ground. I got tanks and troops headed to your town. Man down, it ain't a game, it's a shame. That's why I don't play, cause they run the game. Man down, yeah, they do what they want, and they rule by force and they're out on the hunt. It'll get real in a matter of minutes. Gone without a sentence, no trial, no witness. Man down, it ain't new, get a clue and just think next time it could have been you. Man down, it ain't new, get a clue and just think next time it could have been you. Man down, it ain't new, get a clue and just think next time it could have been you. It'll get real in a matter of minutes. Gone without a sentence, no trial, no witness. Man down, it ain't new, get a clue and just think next time it could have been you. Man down, it ain't new, get a clue and just think next time it could have been you. Man down, it ain't new, get a clue and just think next time it could have been you. All they need is a reason, it don't matter, it's open